Welcome to Midnight Mule FPL. I'm Midnight Mule and this is the video for blank game week 34 where I show you my plans, and I don't have a free hit to use, but that's okay because I carefully planned to have 10 playing players this week and 1 free transfer. But due to bad luck and maybe a bit too much wine, I've only got 8 playing players. So I now need to decide, am I going to play just 9 or am I going to take hits? But before we look at that and what my choices are, let's see who did well in Game Week 33. Top scorer in the Midnight Mule Mini-league for Game Week 33 was Syed Iqbal Razi with Second Change Junior with 116 points. That was managed with Captain Trossard 48, Watkins 12, Eze 10, Mateta 10, Henderson 10, Kovacic 8, Saliba 7, Rogers 7, Marmoush 4, and then Lucadine and Livramento didn't get any points, and they didn't need to because it's such a good score. And then on the bench, 5 points. So that was very nicely done. And we have a new leader for our league, Paul Clark with 12 Minions with 97 points. And that was managed with Trossard for 24, Mateta for 10, Bowen for 9, Reyes 7, Gvardiol 7, Saliba 7, and then Munoz 6, Captain Marmoush 8. And then there was a bench boost going on for a further 11 points. As for me, I'm all the way down in 388th with 71 points. And that was managed with Mateta 10, Bowen 9, 7 from Rogers, Reyes, Saliba, Gvardiol, 6 from Munez, 8 from Captain Marmoush, and 5 from De Bruyne. And then I left points on my bench, so that wasn't too clever. Lacroix had 7, and 8 Nori had 5. So 71 points, game week rank of 2 million. So a third green arrow in a row. And I'm now 46 points to the wrong side of 1 million with 5 game weeks to go. And I am expecting a red this week, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. So in the cup, we've been following Kevin Thomas with the Gaffer. And he played Michael Rishman with Kiss My Studs. Kevin managed 73 points. Michael got 62. So Kevin made it through to the next round of 32. And his team was Mateta 10, Bowen 9, Saliba 7, Gvardiol 7, Captain Marmoush 8, Munoz 6, Martinez and Timber 4. And then the bench was a bench boost. So that was for another 10 points by the looks of it. So very nice, through to the next round of 32. And he'll be playing Paul Alb with FC Bulldogs. So whoever wins that, we'll look at their team next game week. Thank you very much to everyone who watches these videos. It's very much appreciated. And look, I've got 1 extra subscriber in the last 28 days. Thank you. So the way my team's looking are supposed to have 10 playing players, but due to bad luck and silliness by me, I've only got 8. So a couple of weeks ago I bought in Henderson knowing he wasn't playing this game week, but I meant to sell Fabianski, but I didn't. I sold Areola because I just clicked the wrong button. And of course I'm assuming Fabianski won't play, so I have no playing keeper this game week. Now I knew Munoz and Gvardiol wouldn't play and Eze wouldn't be playing. But then João Pedro went and got a red card. He's now out for 3 game weeks. And when he comes back, he's got Liverpool. So he's not worth having. So he's a definite sell for me this game week. And then Marmoush isn't playing. So I've only got 8 playing players. So my choice is I can free hit to bring in 1 person, which would be João Pedro replacement. But I could take 1 or 2 hits to get up to the full complement of 11. So my chip strategy was I free hit in 33 and I'm going to wild card in 35, 36, 37 or 38, but probably not 38. I'm hoping to last until game week 37 because then I can have some doublers in 36 if that happens and then just get rid of them in 37. But I may end up wild carding next game week. We'll see what the cup throws up and what we think the doubles and blanks are going to look like. So my transfer options, transfer number 1, definitely getting rid of João Pedro. My options are Cunha for this coming game week. He could get some nice points, but next game week he's away to Man City. Quite tempted by Vissa. Not so good this week away to Forest, but then he's got a couple of nice game weeks. Or I could even go for Even Nielsen. Now there's a remote chance Cunha or Even Nielsen's going to get a double game week, but Vissa won't. And it would be nice to have double game week players, but of course we don't know who's going to have the double game week. And then my second transfer, which would be for a -4, would be to Sal Fabianski. And again, I've got 3 choices here. I'm a little bit tempted by Sal's because he is going to be the most popular goalkeeper going forwards, I think, after this game week. And so it'd be one less position to worry about. He's at home to Brentford. Now, I'm aware he's got the cup game before game week 34 game, which I think is on the Thursday. So he could get injured, but it's not likely. But maybe they'll get through to the final, in which case for us to be on a high, he might do really well. And it means I've got one extra player to the end of the week. I've always liked Pickford. He's a lot of fun. He's away to Chelsea this game week, so I should think he'll get 1 or 2 points. But next week, he's playing Ipswich. So I could consider him. And the other one is I could even go for Kepa from Bournemouth. And again, he might have a double game week come game week 36. So any of those 3 are possible. I've had a brief look at a few others like Alisson, but I'm not going to go there. And Jose Sarr, but we don't know he's playing, so I won't bother going there. And then possibly for an additional -4, I've got another 2 options here. I could sell Eze, because I'm not that bothered about any of Palace's fixtures, but they may have a double. But I'm not that bothered about their fixtures. And I could bring in Mbeumo. I'm going to have to bring in Mbeumo for next game week anyway, so this is just bringing it forward a week. So even if Mbeumo only got 2 points, that's like a -2, but I would have brought him in next game week, so I would use that transfer on something else. Or instead of Eze, I could sell Munoz, and then I could bring in Aït-Nouri. And it seems everyone who's free hitting is playing him, but I may only want to play him this one game week, because my other defenders are kind of okay. So I'm not sure about this one. So I really don't know if I'm just free hitting or if I'm taking a -4 or a -8. But whatever I do, I should get a red arrow. If I only put out 9 players, that should be a red. Or if I take a -8 for 11, I'm already on a -8 and I've got a pretty template team. So that should also be a red. So the way my team may be looking is Salah. He's, I think, definitely going to be my captain at home to Spurs. And then my vice would be on Isak at home to Ipswich with his mates Livramento and Murphy. Then I've got potentially Sales in goal at home to Brentford, Kirkes at home to United, Palmer at home to Everton, and Cunha at home to Leicester. And then I'd have Robinson away to Southampton, and Mbeumo away to Forest, and Bowen away to Brighton. So if I go for this team, I'm starting on -8, but at least I've got the potential of getting 11 players out. And then on my bench, I've got 4 players who aren't playing, but I'd obviously be keeping them going forwards. Then as for the background picture, that's a tribute to our new leader, Paul Clark, with his Deuce Minions. So there we have it. What happened in game week 33 and my potential plans for game week 34. I've not made the transfers yet. I'll probably do it in the morning because I don't really care about the money now. And I'll try and remember to post my team on X. So if you follow me, great, you'll get to see what I'm doing. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.